عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على أفضل رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أهل الفائزين برضا الله. أما بعد. Respected President of the Dais and the leaders of SARGALAYAM Students Federation and my beloved brothers in Islam. Today, I am called upon here to have a short discussion on a very vast and wide subject, modern India, challenges and possibilities. As we all know, our country, India, as we learned from the beginning of our life, India is my country, or Indians are my brothers and sisters. And we have practiced it and we lived in harmony and peace till years and years. But when we look into the current scenario or current scene in our India, we can see the largest democratic republic nation in the world is getting into some other ways or deviating into some other ways. Fascism putting its deep claws into the depth, in the deep throat of the democracy of India. It's making many reasons to eradicate or to resist or obsess the belief or religion, and it makes so many reasons, and they're especially targeting Islam. That's what Islam is facing so many challenges in the world, in India. They're just playing the politics in another way that they can make the beliefs or thoughts of the people, and they just to make it like a core politics, or they make it the ordinance, or even it's just yesterday it's passed a law or bill against triple talaq, and they are just making a way to make practice the uniform civil code in India. That's all. As we know, India is the democratic country. In India, we have the freedom to believe or freedom to practice, and at the same time we have the right to propagate our religion or propagate our thoughts to the society. But now the fascism, we can say, it's deeply putting against our rights to live, and they're making our belief or thoughts or prayers into crime. Okay, we can see that even year 2018 is passing for, it's with a sad news for our Indian Muslim man, and even yesterday it passed a bill against triple talaq in the parliament, and also we can see so many sad news from northern parts of India, that is, people are killed or people are brutally injured or damaged for the issue of the cows, even it's an animal. And it's a shame for the society or shame on our India. Even a legislative member, he says in front of the media that cow is also a human, it's also a human, and it needs much consideration than the human. It's shame on us. How can we justify these things in India? And also it's like it's coming the penalizing or putting large or huge penalty for practicing our beliefs and thoughts in our country. And even it's a threatening stage in India for the Muslims, not only for the Muslims, but it's very hugely targeted on Muslims. And for the liberty or freedom of the ladies, dear brothers in Islam, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, we have his teachings with us, we have his words with us, we have his history with us, how he stood with the rights of ladies, or how he practiced it, how he taught it, how he stabilized it, how he left his legacy for us, the followers. Even in the last moment of his life, he reminded us, Ya ummati an-nisa, and even in the Arafah speech, he reminded us, Khiyarukum li ahlikum. The best one among you is the one bestly dealing with his ladies, or even dealing with the ladies. But still, even the sad things, or in the irony that even the Muslims by name also not ready to understand the things or understand his teachings, but still they are fighting against the promise of Islam, and they are forgetting it. But what we have challenges, but still there we have some possibilities, we have some rays of hope, we have some light in front of us. We must pass for that. That is what Samstha Kerala Sunni Students Federation or Kerala Jamiatul Ulama making the moves towards that with the Sharia Sammelan and Sharia conference and other things. Inshallah, one day it will come, we will survive as Allah promised us the victory, the final victory for the believers. Inshallah, let us hope for that, let us pray for that. Allah will help us. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala sayyidina Maulana Muhammad. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Honorable guests, judges, leaders, brothers and my dear friends. Today I am very glad to stand before you to put some views about the topic, the modern India, the challenges and the possibilities. When we talk about the India, especially in the period like ancient periods and the modern period, we will come to know that in the ancient period we were very much rich in civilization, in culture, in wealth, and even in the field of the science, education, medicine, as well as in the mathematics. When we come to the modern period of Indian culture and even the period, the problem what we face over here is main thing is the poverty. Second one, we can say it as the terrorism. Then the third one, we can make it as like fascism, and then the fourth, we'll make it as the corruption. The poverty, in the case, when we talk about the poverty, about 60% of the percentage of the total population is still under the poverty line. And it is the major cause which is dragging us behind the developed countries, and this is still the problems what we are facing, is which all the developing nations are facing. And when we talk about the terrorism and fascism, it's a turmoil for all the nations, which has created a tremendous bad impact all over the world. And even if the different organizations like which has been coordinated by different religious group. I'm not only focusing on one of the religion or in a particular society, but still we can say that some oppressed group of peoples will be forming these activities, will form a group, and then they will be doing some misleading activities, and even they will affect the life of the other peoples. Even when we talk about the fascism, some of the peoples are trying to impose their religion over the other peoples. Sometimes it may be in the form of the dressing codes, maybe in the food styles or some other things. But we know that in India we have a culture of having different religions, different style of food, different languages, everything different. But we have some unity, like we all are Indians. But that is in this the last few years, we can see that there is some tremendous change in the thinking thought of all the peoples. Not all the peoples, most of the peoples, and they are creating the activities which are totally disagreeing with the old civilization of us. Now, when we come to the corruption, it is touching all the field of the bureaucracies. In everywhere we can see the corrupted peoples, corrupted hands in the bureaucracy of the Indian rulings. When we can say that the thing is that we have some of the some of the thinking of the people, like in the democratic way of lines, as we see in the last few months in some of the elections and all, because the current maybe the ruling parties may not be up to the mark of their expected level. So still we have some hope from the newer results of the elections what we had came. Now other thing is that we have a 70% of youth in our country, in India. In India, we have 70% of youth in our country, and we have to ignite those peoples, and that will be a greater achievement for our country. With these words, let me conclude my third talk by saying that thank you for all the peoples and Wahradana and Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Respected dignitaries and my friends, I would like to talk you the topic, the modern India challenges and possibilities. I am thinking that this is the right topic to discuss in this time. We know about India. India got independence in 1947, August 15th. We know India is a diversity of cultures, religions, natural resources, and so many cultures, colors, everything. We know India is the hub of IT, philosophy and literature. We know there is a different histories on 19th centuries and 18th centuries. India given the birth to many activists. Those are popular to the world. Many politicians, many scientists. Those are very popular, very famous in the world. We know currently the Sundar Pichai, he is from Tamil Nadu. He is the CEO of Google. You know Google. What is Google? Google is developed the Google browser, and also it is a search engine for you and me is browsed. So once the Albert Einstein told he is the father of E is equal to mc squared. Albert Einstein told about India. What he is told? We owe a lot to the Indians who taught us how to count without, which no worthwhile scientific discovery could have been ever made. And also one more playwright, Mr. Bernard Shaw, the famous playwright, Mr. Bernard Shaw told about India that India is the way of life, provide the vision of natural and real way of life. This is the India. Now what is the situation of India? We are facing some problems in India. We know some political parties are doing some cow politics because they need the power of India. They need to change India to terrorism. India is the country of secularism. There is a fundamental rights in India. You know, Mr. B.R. Ambedkar, he developed the Constitution of India. There is a fundamental rights. Every person need to obey those rules in India. The freedom of religion, freedom of peoples, everything it is written in the Constitution. We need to obey that fundamental rights. Yesterday we know the Mutalaq bill is passed in the Lok Sabha. 245 Lok Sabha MPs voted to support the Mutalaq bill. Now the situation is very bad. We need to overcome the situation. 2-3 weeks before, we got an important news. We got a good news. You know the Rajasthan, you know the Madhya Pradesh, you know the Chhattisgarh. There is a part of secularism is growing up now. They are coming from down to top. There is a former issue just before they gone out of the house and tell against the governments. They have a lot of loans. They have a lot of loans. Now the 3 state government, they waived up the 2 lakhs loan of the farmers. Now the farmers are happy. So there is need to be change in the need the good government like Arvind Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi. There is a vision in Rahul Gandhi. You know, the Gandhi's followers have inherited behavior from them. We know the Rahul Gandhi, we know the Sonia Gandhi, we know the Manmohan Singh. You know, Manmohan Singh is he done his degree from Oxford University. It is the world best university in the world. That Manmohan Singh, he was the president, he was the prime minister of India. At that time, the GDP is 5% of the world income. Now the GDP is what? Now it is going down to 4.19. We need to develop from there. Inshallah, the next government, the secularist government will come. You have to vote to support the secular government. Inshallah, we can support. There is a hope. Inshallah, they will come and fight against these bad deeds. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad. Salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Respected judges and my dear friends, those who are gathered here on this auspicious occasion, I would like to speak a few words about modern India and the possibilities and the problems that we are facing in the modern India. So in this auspicious occasion and the stage which I'm standing, I would like to express my thoughts and emotions regarding to this topic. Before all, a modern India that we know more about that. What are the problems are facing? The last 5 years we were facing a big problem regarding about the government. Moreover that we were facing a lot of problems. The past years, like from the 19th century, we were facing a lot of problems. The big problem that I can point out that the poverty. The poverty is one of the biggest problem that the modern India is facing. See, 1.221 billion people, almost 426 million people are still poverty in India. Can you believe that? And how it became more poverty? See, our government is building a statue worth 30 crore in Gujarat. Is that we can accept that? So many people are under poverty and they are starving for food for one time, or in a day they were starving for one day to have their stomach, to fill their stomach. But what to do? Our government are closing their eyes. Our other peoples are not alert about that. See, the corruption is really affected and eating our poor people in India. Corruption, how about corruption? Each from a small person, like a small government employee, it is starting from the smaller level to the higher level. Even we are knowing that our Prime Minister or President, respected Prime Minister and respected President, we are worried now about our Indian situation. We are doubting that they are also corrupting at this situation. See, this is the most dangerous and what we say the most dangerous situation in our India. We don't know how to do, what to do, and what to do in this current situation. This is kind of something we call a disease that has happened to our nation. Then the other thing I have to remind you that the quality education. The quality education, when we compare our other states, our Kerala is one of the most number one illiteracy in our Kerala. But the thing is that what about other states? Do the students are educated? Do you know that? Do the students are educated? No. They are there. They are sticking their education till their 10th grade or place 2. They are not going up to their degree levels. They are not going their other levels. What happened to our India? Because the people, the corruption is going on there. The other states, because we are blessed and we are so happy that we got a state that they are providing very good education, alhamdulillah. But what about other states? We are also Indian. Our blood, which is going, is Indian. When we hear our national anthem, we feel horripilation. Do you feel horripilation? Yes. You feel horripilation when you hear national anthem. Because this is why we are saying that we are Indian. When we think about our India, we not only think about our Kerala, we think about India, the most country, the Kashmir to Kerala. We think about that. So we have to clarify all the things. The solution, what I'm saying, that I'm expecting that we have to change from ourselves. The change occurs from each person, not from the society. The first thing you have to do is, you have to change yourself. You have to change myself, I'm saying that. I have to take a decision that I will not be corrupt anymore. I will give a good education to my child. I will not let my wife to get abort her fetus. I will take a decision that I will not harm anyone. I will be polite. I will be more polite to the society. I will be more better to the society. So this is starting from ourselves. Then we have our family. Then our state. Then our country. Then our nation. Then we can make a very good nation. Alhamdulillah. Jai Hind. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Usalli wa usallimu ala habibina wa khatimil anbiya wa sayyidil mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa tabi'in bi ihsan ila yawmiddin, amma ba'd. Respected judges and dear brothers in Islam. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude, thanks and appreciation to those people who have strived and worked behind this wonderful communication and the program which is going to be success. Dear brothers, today I would like to speak with you about an important topic, that modern India challenges and possibilities. When we speak about this topic, this limited time is not enough at all. Anyway, I would like to, I will try to go in the boundaries of this topic. Modern India is the modern India facing any challenges? Yes. From when? At least if we check the history of the Indian independence, we can see there is a challenges. It was communal clashes from the moment of Indian independence. The one of the main, when we talk about this topic, we have to mention mainly 5 points. One is communal clashes. Second is intolerance. Third is government-sponsored terrorism and extremism. The fourth one, economic depression. I will try to explain these points. As you know that, when we check the history of independence, we can see there is a lot of communal clashes between Muslims and Hindus and Sikhs the time of Indian independence. From that moment till today, this communal clashes is continuing. There is no limitation, as we see in some states like Uttar Pradesh and Bihar and other areas also. So this is the one challenges. Secondly, corruption. As we see from the state level to national level, there is a lot of corruption inhabilities among the politicians. So this is the second one. Third one, we can see intolerance. If you check the recent clashes or recent problems which have been happened especially in Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh and other states, we can see a lot of people have been killed in the name of cow, in the name of beef. Also, there is a lot of people is being killed, like Gomit Pansare, Kalburgi, Gauri Lankesh, and also the thinkers and poets have been killed. Why? When they are writing something against the government, or when they are using something against the intolerance activities, they have been killed. This is the other problem which is facing by India. Third one, as I mentioned, economic repression. We can see when the problem of economic depression in the last before 4 years, in the time of Manmohan Singh, he faced this problem very cunningly, and India stood very strongly among the other countries. But now GDP rate has fell down very dramatically and fearfully. So this is the other challenges. When we speak about opportunities, I would like to mention one ayah from the Quran. لا يغير الله قوما حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. When we speak about opportunities, we can see this because until the Indian government change their mind, we cannot achieve, we cannot win the opportunities. We can use lot of, we should have, there is lot of opportunities. Like we can spread the democracy, because India is one of the biggest country in the world on the level of democracy. We can market this democracy all over the world, especially in the time of intolerance. Second one, economic development. We have to use, currently the Indian government, Modi government had taken a decision to ban the notes. What happened? We fell down as economic development. Also other point, human resources. We have a lot of human resources. Most of the people is working outside country. We can use them inside country. This is also opportunity. Also agriculture development. We have very vast agricultural area. If we use this agriculture for the well-being of the country, we can become one of the biggest country in the world. So I would like to stop my speech. Thank you for everyone for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, as-salatu was-salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Respected teachers, judges, and my dear beloved friends, very good afternoon to all. First and foremost, I praise Allah, alhamdulillah, summa alhamdulillah. All the blessings and salutation are goes to our beloved Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to his companions. It's also important for us to pray and appreciate the people who have struggled to pass the deen up to this generation and the generations to go on. On this momentous occasion, I would like to say some few words about modern India, challenges and the possibilities. We all know that India is the fastest growing country in the world. But despite all this difference, despite all these developments, we have got many challenges. You know what are our challenges? For me, according to me, I think that the main problem is that corruption. Corruption is happening all over the categories of Indian politics and whatever the areas we call it. The next one is illiteracy. We can see that many people around India, they don't know at least a single words from the English or Malayalam. They are not able to, they just have the knowledge of mother tongue. Might be like that. Another thing, I think that another one is education system. For me, I think that our education system is completely down.
we are more concentrating about the theoretical parts, but we are not giving more focus on practical parts. That's what European countries they are following. Another one, hygiene system. See, if you look at the Kerala, it's fine. If you go around anywhere in the Kerala, we can see that the condition is not okay. But if you go outside any of the country, we cannot walk around the streets. It's too dangerous. Another one is poverty. We have been facing, we are the number one in the, we are the fastest growing country in the world. Despite all this difference, we have less poverty. We have more poverty in the country. For that, our Indian people have no basic facilities of life. They are marginalized people, so they have no voice. Today, I also want to expose some realities of our nation. Inequalities of wages, inequalities in education, and inequalities in religion groups. That is the main thing. As a Muslim, we can see that we have been killed, we have been attacked in many parts of the world, many parts of India, especially in Gujarat and other states. In Kerala it's fine, but in other states concerned, it's too difficult. In case of cows, they are killing people, they are creating stories, and for all. Still now, in 21st century, thousands of people in India who are striving to survive, most of them work for less than 100 rupees in a day. They are extremely poor and have no big dreams about life. My friends, you know who is responsible for the pathetic condition of our nation? After 66 years of our independence, still we are creeping with our knees. No. Now I want to expose some accounts which shed light to the pathetic condition of our nation. So my idea is that the government of India should initiate action to accelerate the economy. Accelerating the economy in all parts. The government should take more plans to be implemented in case of transportation, illiteracy, education system, and poverty hygiene system. So last but not least, I would like to conclude my speech. So I have a big session to our government and also to the people of India. So we should do our best to accelerate the country, especially the economic system. Hereby, I would like to conclude my words. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah, walhamdulillah, assalatu wassalamu ala ashraf rasulillah, wa ala alihi al-faizin bidallah, amma ba'd. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most beneficent, Your Majesties, Your All Highnesses, distinguished guests sitting in front of me and my dear friends. Today, when I am standing here, I feel very much proud that I could deliver a speech in accordance with this SARGALAYAM 2018. And in this auspicious occasion, I would like to speak a few words about modern India, challenges and possibilities. When I am speaking about modern India, I am not able to start without the stipulated topic, religious effects, which is predominating over India and over the facilities and opportunities which is available in India. When the word was circulating in the wheels of old times, people were living in India in such a good manner with more affection and love. But when in the social contemporary life, we can see that religious effects are coming more over facilities and opportunities which is available in India. And the justice and the law which we can see in India is also, it should be changed. Like in the case of atrocities against female and babies is more in India, but there is no any laws which can act against these atrocities. So, challenges are more in India, but possibilities are very much less, which can be overcome to solve all these problems. And molestation against female and all those problems which is available, which is forming in India, is also a negative effect which can we don't have any other possibilities, and challenges are more to make India a perfect one. So let me conclude my speech. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. حمدا لك يا الله وشكرا لك يا الله وعزتك يا الله صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Respected personalities of this function and my dear friends, on this bright and green occasion, I am telling you on the topic Modern India Challenges and Possibilities. First of all, I thank to God who blessed me for this bright and green occasion. Dear friends, basically we have to understand that what is the problems we are facing, it is our challenges. So if we find out a solution, it will be possibilities of our India. So let me come to the point. What is the challenges we are facing now? I think as we know, there is corruption, poverty, religious and color discrimination, unemployment and lack of patriotism. If we think each one and find out the solution for all, inshallah we can fix our possibilities of India. First of all, corruption. Our political leaders and other members, they are making corruption. So if we eradicate them from the earth face, same time we can find a solution. And like this poverty, as we know, before I think 1 month, there is our Prime Minister inaugurated one statue. As we know, at the same time, there's 100,000 persons, they are living with the lack of food, lack of money. Same time, we are doing this statue. So I think we have to, everything we have to limit. That time we can solve a problem, we can go for the poverty. Like this religious discrimination and color discrimination. As we know, there is a lot of persons are killing on the color and on the name of beef, because they are Muslim, sometimes they are other religions. So we have to find the solution for this, like this unemployment. Our ministers or others, they are putting their relatives or their political members in the job vacancies. They are not matched this vacancy. At the same time, there is a lot graduated and great persons. They are living without any job, because our political leaders are putting their to this that. And next point, lack of patriotism. We are saying loudly, I love India, I love my country, but at the same time, in our inside, we have to think, we have to love to our country. So we have to find a solution for this. So I don't want to prolong my speech. I am concluding my speech with submitting a poem to you. The sky above our country tells about the capacity. For friends, it is flower. For terrors, it is berry. Equality for the people, it is the matter of hurry. It is the land of Netaji, Chachaji and Ravi. It is the land of Hindu. It is the land of Muslim. It is the land of Christ. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.